Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling all across the Lone Star State, going to great restaurants you won't want to miss.
Get ready for an Italian restaurant outside of Austin that's serving up Roman-style pizza and gelato. Plus, we travel to a popular brunch spot in San Antonio serving some over-the-top bites. And we travel to Boerne for an Italian-inspired Spanish tapas restaurant that's serving up some incredible paella. All that and more right now on Texas Eats. Now, we're in Austin to check out Baldinucci Pizza Romana. Owners Salvatore and Patricia Baldinucci come from a long history of pizza making.
My husband and his twin brother grew up in Long Island making pizza since they were little boys. My husband, Salvatore, he's a master pizzaiolo, has been doing this all his life, probably the best in the business.
I love it.
Not that I'm biased.
We're in good hands, y'all.
The couple ran a successful pizza joint in Long Island with their 3 kids before deciding to relocate to Austin in 2020.
We came out here and we brought our concept of Long Island pizza along with a new idea that we had, which was the Roman style pizza. So our concept is having a beautiful slice display counter that we sell the pizza by the slice. You don't have to commit to buying a whole pizza. Everybody can try a little bit of everything. So the concept started with the pizza slice and gelato. We really wanted people to have that sweet treat afterwards, just like you're in Italy. So this is a traditional meatball parmesan hero. We call it a hero in Long Island.
And then you have right here, like a stromboli, right?
Correct. We call it a roll or involtini. In Italian, that means an envelope. So what this is our New York pizza dough enveloped with various toppings. This is what you would get here if you got a couple of slices of the Roman pizza. In the back here, you'll see it's a fig and arugula. In the front is something unique to Italy. It's called mortadella. It's an Italian bologna almost. So this is our New York style pizza. It's a hand-tossed dough that we make fresh daily in-house with our fresh tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella, and basil, your classic margarita style pizza. And in the front, we have the Roman style pizza, and that's made with imported Italian flour. This is one of our fan favorites. It's a very unique combination of Italian sausage, serrano peppers, mascarpone cheese, basil, and local honey.
You guys, everything out here is just rocking. And now, before we take the bite, we're gonna go into the kitchen and we're gonna make a pizza from start to finish. What kind of pizza are we making and who are we doing it with?
We're gonna do a Roman style pizza build with my husband, Salvatore.
Cheers to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And cheers here. I am so excited to go make one of these. I gotta take a sip now. Let's go in the kitchen. Joining us now is Salvatore Baldinucci. He is the owner-operator out here at the restaurant, and also, pizza maker extraordinaire, as I've heard. And you're gonna be showing us how you make one of your famous pizzas here in the restaurant, and we're actually starting out with some dough. So what's going on here?
Weigh it out on the scale, so we have a ball, and then we fold it. It's a little different than the New York dough. This is folded in layers. That creates the bubbles and airiness inside. These are crusts that have been pre-made, nice and soft. Oh, wow. You can see the air bubbles inside there.
Look at that.
Yeah. And then we place it in here, and we put a couple scoops on there. Next step is serranos. This here is Italian bulk sausage.
All right, so now this is ready for the oven. All right, out of the oven, ready to rock and roll.
First, we're gonna add some basil.
These right here, these are already piped. This is mascarpone. This is some of that creaminess, that saltiness that you have on there as well.
Yeah, it's sweet, sweet mascarpone. Put a little bit of nice honey on here. Hear that?
Oh, that's the crunch. Sal, thank you so much, you guys. Baldinucci's out here in Austin. Amazing pizza. Dude, thank you so much, brother. Give me some love. We're going for a slice.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's the bite. Do yourself a favor, get in your car, come out here. This is where it's at.
Today on A Taste of Texas with Shiner Bock Beer, we're at the Yard on the northwest side of San Antonio, and this spot is serving up some crazy bites. And they have a huge outdoor area, perfect for live music, and it's pet friendly. This one right here, a carnitas grilled cheese sandwich. Toasted bread, the cheese, you got some cilantro on there, the cream sauce, and of course all that tender carnitas meat with the pickled red onions. I tell you what, that is a great bite. You have right here these little Texas Twinkies, and they also have flatbreads, very much like the pizzas. Wash it all down with an ice cold Shiner beer. The inside's a great spot to cool down as well. You also get seasoned fries. They have burgers out there, chicken wings, sandwiches. Go check them out. Now, we're at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen, cooking al pastor chorizo sliders using Upscale chorizo.
Joining us today from Upscale Brand Meats, Jay Rowe. Jay, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
Every time you come by, we're making something tasty. And today is no different, you guys. Today we have something special. We're gonna be using these slider buns, and we're gonna be making al pastor chorizo sliders. These things are nuts. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We got the business all set up in front of us. We've made a delicious paste right here. And this thing's really simple. Brown sugar, and you mix it all in with these rehydrated peppers. You put in some different seasonings as well. We have it all listed there on the website. And then you get this beautiful paste after it comes out of a blender. And then right here, a creamy green salsa. This one, roasted jalapenos, serranos, onions, garlic. You have fresh cilantro in there as well. Fresh avocado. Fresh is the key word, right?
Everything.
Everything. And then right in front of you right here, this is the reason for the season. It's Upscale Brand Meat. This is the Especial and the Premium mixed together, which is my favorite combination that they do, because you're getting a lot of that fat and the flavor from the Especial, but you're getting a lot of that meat and that texture from the Premium. So what we're gonna do with this, now that the chorizo is cooked down, is we're gonna add, get this, 1.5 pounds of cheese. And this is Oaxaca cheese, so it's gonna be really nice and melty. We're making chorizo. And just kind of mix it all together. And we wanna make sure that this all gets bubbly, melty, and delicious. You have all that oil and the flavor from the chorizo. Now this chorizo, this is some of the most popular stuff you got, but you have so many different products that you offer from Upscale Brand Meats, right?
We do. Chorizo is our pride and joy.
In the meantime, I'm gonna take this top layer off the bun. Same Oaxaca cheese, nice and shredded. Now, right on top of the cheese, we're gonna put the sliders. So there's 24 of them here, so let's go get our sliders and rock those out.
Right on top, we got salt and peppered ground chuck beef patties right off the grill. Next, you got the paste and the creamy green salsa for a flavor bomb. We followed up with some lime juice, and then the star of the show, that cheesy chorizo. Then we finish it off with some roasted pineapples, onions, cilantro, and more Oaxaca cheese. And to go on top, we got a butter mix with some seasoning that goes right on there and makes them nice and flavorful. Finally, we're gonna put it in the grill and treat it as an oven for about 8 to 10 minutes and let it get all melted. Then we're going for the bite.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Look how nice and toasted the top is. You can see all that extra cheese we added is melted.
Gosh.
Everything looks perfect. Super easy. Once you have everything prepped and all the recipes, of course, you can go online right now, TexasEatsTV.com. Look for the al pastor sliders with Upscale Brand Meat. We're gonna have all the different sauces laid out on there for you. Once you have those things made, the assembly line, you can have some fun, have the kids involved,
Absolutely.
everybody's building, throwing on something. It's really good.
Yeah.
But now, you gotta take the bite. Are you ready?
This is it.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
The al pastor chorizo sliders, that's the bite. Oh, the pineapple,
Oh, flavor is
Man.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
star of the show. All the sauce, the green salsa has a nice little kick to it. It's not too much. And then the juiciness off there, the cheese, the chorizo works so well.
The cheese is too much.
But it works.
With everything on there. It's
And the
just
toasty
perfect.
bread, I'll tell you what, this tastes like more. And we got a lot. So let's get the whole team over here and let's take a bite. Come over here, y'all.
Come on, guys.
Bob's already going for it. Hold on, we got cheers. Cheers in the middle. You're hungry, I know. Cheers.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we travel to a popular brunch spot in San Antonio serving some over-the-top bites. And next on the show, we travel to Boerne for an Italian-inspired Spanish tapas restaurant that's serving up some incredible paella. Don't go anywhere. Texas Eats is coming right back after the break. Now we're in Boerne to check out Botero, a Spanish tapas and wine bar. Owner and chef Luis Mangiello's recipes are inspired by his Spanish and Italian heritage.
I've been making paella since I was a kid. My dad used to make it at all time. There was a competition between Italian and Spanish in my household. And paella it's almost like a Sunday meal. Every family usually does it as a barbecue. You get together, it's a family dish.
Luis fuses cultural elements from his heritage with inspiration he's gathered during a lifetime of traveling to create some truly unique and authentic cuisine.
So here we have a red sangria and a lavender sangria. We are known for this since we opened. We have sangrias to go. This is a tostada de pescado. It's a fish tostada. Yeah, that's a top seller.
Wow.
People know that. Yeah. So this is a pulpo la gallega. Traditional, comes from the north of Spain, Galicia. It's been done for many years. Now it's renowned all over Spain. Octopus we actually bring from Spain.
Beautiful flavors from the octopus.
So this is a squid ink paella, arroz negro. But basically it's not really a traditional paella, or it's not considered a paella. That shrimp you see there is a prawn. It's a Pacific prawn. The rice is from Valencia, the original and creators of the paella. The beauty about this, it has a sepia inside of it. The sepia is cut fish. It's almost like a squid. These are mussels, but they're not just any mussels. They're lip green mussels. The broth is cooked for hours and then put in here, and it's just layered up.
Now, we're gonna go in the kitchen, and you're gonna make for us a dish from start to finish. It's gonna be this paella, right?
Absolutely. We're gonna do arroz negro.
Cheers. Oh, come on.
That's really good.
Wow. All right, let's go make some.
Let's go. So paella, first of course, we bring a paella pan. So it's very simple, olive oil to start. Everybody does it different. This is my style of paella. I actually throw the mussels in there. This is the prawns I told you about.
Oh, wow.
Look at the
Yeah,
size of
those
it.
are huge.
Yeah. So this is sepia. This is the squid from Spain. I start with the bell pepper, and then we follow up with the onion. This is a sofrito. So this is made of garlic, parsley, tomato. This broth you're gonna pour in here has been cooking for 8 hours. You need around 5 of those into that. I'll smell that. That's your saffron.
Oh.
That's the flavor. So you're gonna get a pinch of that. So now you do your X that you learned last year.
That's right.
Here's gonna be your squid ink.
Oh man, this looks fantastic.
Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Now we start laying out everything. I always go first with the mussels. The shrimp, you could put it in the middle.
Okay. All right, so this one's finishing up. It needs about 45 minutes to cook, but you actually have one ready to go. And this one's been waiting for us. It's just been simmering and it's ready to devour. Luis, thank you so much for having
my
us out
pleasure.
here. Botero, you have to come check them out in Boerne. They're serving up amazing Spanish delight, and they got so many different drinks on the menu as well. Cheers to you.
Salud.
Salud. One of the best bites in all the hill country. Amazing.
Next on Texas Eats, we travel to a popular brunch spot in San Antonio serving some over-the-top bites. Texas Eats is coming right back after the break.
Joining us now is General Manager out here at Jordan Ford, Casey Ogletree. Casey, right behind us. You got an F-250, and you guys have a deal going on these right now.
I do. We have a ton of them in stock. They've been out of stock for years. We finally have a good inventory of them. So guess what? You can get any trim level you pick, $7,000 off MSRP.
That's a lot of money off.
It is.
$7,000. You can put that towards anything. Go buy a TV. You can go buy something really cool for yourself. Have a good summer. $7,000 off F-250s. You come out here, pick the trim, and to get more information on this deal, just come walk the lot. Of course, you can go to their website, www.jordanford.com.
we're heading out to Southtown in San Antonio to check out an upscale brunch spot serving up a variety of sweet and savory dishes.
And then right here, this is like a little bit of everything going on. You got, I see sausage, bacon, eggs. You got a little bit of toast. That's some of the hash brown kind of like tater tots you have in the front. And it looks like avocado on the side. Is that like some kind of relish there in the front as well?
It is, yeah. So this was our version of like a full English breakfast, like San Antonio style. So
Efren operated Scratch Sandwich Company Laredo for 10 years before deciding to bring his own take on brunch and a little more to San Antonio.
I want to talk about what's going on here, because this looks absolutely insane. What is this cube of goodness? What is that?
that's our showstopper. So that is the creme brulee French toast. So we were trying to figure out a way to kind of keep incorporating dessert with brunch. So this is our house-made brioche. We soak that in our creme brulee dredge, fry that up really nice on the griddle, brulee the top, toast it with our, house-made crumble again, and then the creme anglaise is poured on top, which is usually that base of the creme brulee. So
it's gonna hug you from the inside. That's what that is. All right.
Great.
So I'm gonna be a gentleman. I'm gonna cut you off a piece first.
Appreciate that.
And look at that, so tender, super soft. Bruleed French toast, brioche bread. This looks incredible. Cheers to you. That's the bite. One of the best French toast bites I've ever had. And now this one right here, this looks very brunchy.
Correct.
It's like a chicken and waffles.
It's our play off of a chicken and waffle, exactly. So, still going on that French pastry side, we're like, we've got all this croissant dough, let's use it. So we took that croissant dough and we throw it in our, griddle for waffles, and that's our base. So it's a croffle, fried chicken, and it's Chef John's, grandma's recipe for his chicken batter. So it's pretty great.
You also have cocktails. You have a full bar over here.
Correct.
So when you're relaxing, either in the indoor area, the outdoor area over here, you can go grab a drink. You also have lattes over here, your cappuccinos, espressos. You got it all. Everything out here is just rocking. But now it's time to go into the kitchen, and we're gonna watch a dish get made from start to finish. Which dish we're gonna make?
I think we're gonna start with the creme brulee French toast, since that's the house winner.
Well, let's go. I'm ready, brother. Okay, I got my drink right here, got my cappuccino. Let's go make some food.
Awesome.
Now we're in the kitchen. All right, Efren, so what's the first thing you do to make the French toast creme brulee?
So we got to get that, creme brulee dredge soaked into the bread. So we're going to go ahead and dunk that really quickly here.
Okay.
You want to make sure not to soak the bread too long in the cream, or it might crumble when you take it to the fryer.
All right, now it's off the flat top, ready to be plated. What's the first thing you do?
So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you this house blush syrup. You're going to just dust that right now on top. And then we're going to use this turbinado sugar.
That looks really nice. And then we get it all the little crevices, right?
Next, the berry compote is laid out. The French toast is placed on top, and you can't go wrong with some berries soaked in bourbon syrup on your plate. Then, of course, the powdered sugar, and you top it off with your desired amount of creme anglaise.
Flush, it is a great spot here in Southtown in San Antonio. Fantastic place to come out here, grab a drink, cool down, sit inside, sit outside, grab some of this delicious food that's out here. All right, cheers to you. That's the bite. Wow, this is definitely the dish you gotta try. Wow. Don't go anywhere. There's more Texas Eats coming up right after the break. Hungry for more Texas Eats? Be the first to check out our exclusive content by searching Texas Eats on YouTube. Plus, get notifications when we upload new content by subscribing to our channel. We're showcasing the best bites from across the Lone Star State, including burgers, pizza, barbecue, and tacos. Search for Texas Eats, subscribe to our channel, and watch Texas Eats anytime on YouTube. Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're celebrating 75 years of Kielbasa sausage in San Antonio by going to the plant, sharing some great recipes, and learning all about the family.
Get ready for a tour through the Kielbasa production plant with CEO Michael Kielbasa. Plus, we shared 2 delicious recipes at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen using Kielbasa sausage you won't want to miss. All that and more right now on Texas Eats. In October of 1949, Rufus and Juanita Kielbasa began to offer handcrafted Polish sausages to the southwest side of San Antonio. Sadly, in 1960, Rufus Kielbasa passed away. Following the death of his father, Robert Kielbasa took the reins and made the business a household name in San Antonio. From 1987 to 2005, Robert's son Michael Kielbasa gained a passion for the meat industry as a sales representative and developed a distribution deal with a few select H-E-Bs across San Antonio. By 2014, Kielbasa's sausages became available to consumers across the South through multiple grocery partners and distributors. In 2021, Robert Bobby Kielbasa passed away peacefully with his family by his side. Since then, Michael has guided the company, and now in 2024, Kielbasa products can be found across the globe.
Joining us right now is Michael Kielbasa. He's the CEO of Kielbasa Sausage. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm thrilled to be here.
We're at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen, and I tell you what, we got the sausages going on the grill. You brought the goods with you. We have a traditional kind, and you have your beef right here behind it as well.
That's right.
Charcoal's ripping, and it is a beautiful day out here. And I tell you what, there's no better time to grill outside when the weather's like this.
All we need is a cold beer.
We might have a couple of those lying around somewhere. One of the most fascinating things I find about the company and the product is that the name of the company.
Yes.
It is the family name.
Yeah. It's really something I get asked all the time. And kielbasa is the Polish word for sausage. And so I guess back in the old country, we were butchers of some sort, and we just made sausage. It's a great way to start a conversation because they look at me and they go, "Are you kidding me? This is your last name and this is what you do?"
75 years.
75 years, yeah.
Congratulations, it's your 75th anniversary this year.
Yep, it's humbling. 75 years is a long time. Our grandfather started the company in 1949. He actually died before I was born. He died when he was 45 years old of a brain tumor, and my dad had to leave St. Mary's University, where he was a senior in college, to run the family company. My father, when he took over the business, people would come in and ask him for a donation, and literally, I never saw my dad turn anyone away for a donation. We've memorialized that. We call it a program we call Bobby's Legacy. You call us up and you're having some sort of fundraising event, and we're going to donate a third of whatever you need. And we do that to honor my father and my grandfather for what they did. We're not here for a long time, so we're here to just help each other out.
Oh, I think of him with a good time.
Yeah, well, that too. I think that was a song.
There's somewhere, somebody wrote a song about that. Later in the show, you guys got to stick around. We're going to be doing a simple puff pastry recipe, and we're going to do it 2 ways. Plus, we're going to be going to the factory, the facility, the plant, and we're going to see how everything's made. We're going to see how the sausage is made.
That's awesome. Hold on just 1 second. We got a little gift for you, buddy.
Oh, let's go!
Look at that. Look at that right there.
All right, so you got the hat.
You're part of the Grill Master Club now.
What? I didn't even grill today. You grilled. All right, and I got a shirt, too.
And you got a shirt.
Cheers to you.
Cheers, buddy.
This is where it's at. Bam. Come on. That's delicious.
Never get tired of it.
I was going to say, you probably have a lot.
I eat it every day.
Today on A Taste of Texas with Shiner Bock Beer, we're at the Pearl at Cherokee to go see what they got smoking in their pits. And they got some pastrami, plus they have some brisket smoking up, getting ready to be served up. And this right here, their cabrito, their goat, super tender, shredded, delicious. And this right here is the birria preparation, so you have some of that consomme poured on top. Corn tortillas made in-house, onion, cilantro, radish, delicious bites. The exterior is so beautiful here. This is their pastrami sandwich. A Shiner beer goes perfect with it. That mustard on that sandwich and the rye bread, incredible. Wash it all down with an ice cold Shiner beer. Go check them out. Cherokee is a great spot in San Antonio.
Now we're here west of downtown San Antonio to go on a tour of the plant where they're making all the sausages here for Kielbasa. Michael's ready for us. We got to put our hard hats on. Let's go check it out. Now we're here at the threshold of the plant. And Michael, now you got a hard hat in your hand. Is that something that I need to wear as well?
We're going to get a hairnet on you, which is going to make you look really good.
Okay.
And then put a hard hat and make sure you don't get too cold. We'll give you a coat to wear. my grandfather started and really where, we spent most of our history is over on South Brazos Street. This is what we call our San Marcos Street plant, which we've had since 2016. Part of this plant goes back to the 1940s. In fact, I can remember as a kid driving to the Brazos Street plant with my dad and looking down San Marcos Street, and this was the old Cudahy pork packing plant. And so this is where really the hub of meat packing was back in the day in San Antonio. We've done a lot of renovation to it in the last 5 years to help kind of make it what it is today.
So as we were walking in, there's a big sign right here, and this says your core values up here. What does that mean to you to have this presented like this for your team?
This is really why we exist as a company. And so many times, people don't know why they go to work or why they work for somebody. This is why we work. We work to enrich lives. We put this up in Spanish, we put it up in English. We want everyone to know exactly why we exist. And when people understand why they are doing what they're doing, they do it with all their heart, not just with their head. And that's what makes a difference. Right in here is one of my favorite rooms because it smells so good. But this is where we make all of the spices for all of our products. And each bag is for one batch of sausage. You can see we make a lot of batches of sausage every day.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. These are the same size bags that my dad and my grandfather used. I mean, you talk about things that don't change.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
Everything is built out to the exact point, right?
That's
point
right.
of the gram that you have here set up. So all of the different things that you have, this is a science. So.
You really bring up a great point because it is a science, and making food is a science. So this is our sausage kitchen. This is literally where the sausage gets made. It's a pretty simple process when you get down to it. We take raw meat, we mix it with spices, we chop it, grind it, stuff it into casings, smoke it the old-fashioned way with natural smoke, and then we pack it and ship it. It's pretty simple. Here's the 150-pound bull chopper that we use. That is exactly the same size bull chopper that my grandfather and my dad used.
Michael, thank you so much, man. You are so awesome. So we're super excited. When we come back from the break, we're going to be going out with Marcos. He's going to be showing us the ins and outs of how this sausage actually gets produced, right?
Absolutely. He is a fantastic guy. He's been with us for about 10 years. And he knows his process better than I do.
So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned right here on Texas Eats. We got a lot more sausage to cover out here. And I'm getting hungry, man. So we got more recipes coming up later in the show as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, Michael Kielbasa shares 2 delicious recipes that you're going to want to make at home. And next on the show, we continue our tour at the Kielbasa plant in San Antonio. Don't go anywhere. Texas Eats is coming right back after the break.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here at the Kielbasa plant in San Antonio. Earlier, Michael Kielbasa walked us through, gave us a brief history about the space. Joining us today is Marco Salinas. He's the Quality Assurance Manager here at the plant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Man, I'm super excited.
I am
because
too.
We got like a brief tour, an overview of the space. Now we're gonna go with you. You know the ins and outs. You know how it gets made, the steps. What's the first thing to make the sausage?
The first thing we do is we start putting together the spices. So what we do is every day they'll have the spice blend made by hand, the same way it's been done for the past 75 years. They're in here, they're weighing out specifically each spice one by one. Each of these bags matches up to a block of meat. So every time we make a block of meat, it's 150 pounds. Each one of these bags matches up with one of those bags as well.
What's the next step?
The next step is they bring all this over and we'll take them right over to the kitchen.
All right, Marcos, now we're in the kitchen. The seasoning's here.
Yes, sir.
Where does it go from here?
What he's gonna do is he's gonna grab each one of these bags and match it up to a 150-pound block of meat.
Is this like a first initial grinding process?
Yes. So what he's doing is he's adding all the lean meats, making kind of like a soupy substance almost to create a bind. Then he's gonna add the fat to kind of bring everything together.
It goes up this way, down into this trough kind of deal.
Right.
And that's where it goes right here into a stuffer.
Goes into the stuffer.
You can see the meat coming out of that grinder up here. It's going into this funnel, and then it's coming out, and it's being reduced into this tiny tube.
Right.
Where you're putting a natural casing on there.
Natural hog casing. We're one of the only ones that still do it with the natural hog casing. Between our shifts and our 2 plants, we're putting out about 90,000 pounds of sausage a day.
Now you're going to show us where it gets smoked,
yes,
right?
Sir, let's go.
All right, let's go do it.
All right, David, now it's time to go inside the smokehouse.
What a grand entrance. Let's go. What kind of smoke are y'all using? What kind of wood are you guys using?
All of our products use natural hickory wood chips. We have them stored right in the room next door. We can take a look at those. Everything's cooked to 160 degrees. It takes about 3 hours for the smoking and the cook cycle. Then we get that real rich smoke flavor, that nice red color that we want in all of our products.
Once it's done, what's the next step?
Well, the next step is we have to chill them before we can actually pack them. So we have to move them from this room over to our blast chill right across the hall.
All right, let's go check it out. All right, so I can feel right behind us. This room is where things get cold, right?
Yes, no, this is definitely freezing in here. So what we do is we move the hot product over into this room. We usually keep this room about 20 to 24 degrees.
Yeah.
Try and get everything down to a good temperature so we can pack it.
So the sausages are chilling out in there. Once they're fully cold, they got to get packed, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have a packing room right over
right
here.
across the hall. Let's go.
From the plant to your refrigerator, this is where it happens. This
Yes,
is
sir.
the magic part because it's getting packaged in here. What's the first step to package it?
So what he's doing is he's cutting onto this conveyor belt into the hopper, where we'll have usually 4 people on either side packing into the film. As it moves along, it gets vacuum sealed, labels put on, used by dates, lot codes, runs through a metal detector all the way down at the end of the line where it'll be put into cases, palletized, and shipped out.
You guys don't go anywhere. Coming up next, right after this, we're gonna make 2 delicious recipes using puff pastries at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen. So don't go anywhere. It smells delicious in here.
Yes, it does.
Can I take some to go home?
Of course, why not?
Here, I'll grab that whole handful right there.
Just take a whole thing.
Coming up next on Texas Eats, Michael Kielbasa shares 2 delicious sausage wrap recipes that you're gonna wanna make at home. Don't go anywhere. Texas Eats is coming right back after the break. Today on A Taste of Texas with Shiner Bock Beer, we're using the new lemonade shandy to make a cocktail that is absolutely refreshing. Right here, slice up a lemon. You can make some wheels and wedges. Slice little bits in there, set them off to the side, and then you're gonna put 1 whole lemon into a glass full of ice, a shot of vodka, a splash of simple syrup, a splash of blue curacao in there as well. Stir it up. Right on top, the lemonade shandy. Pour it on there, get all fizzy and foamy, and then you're gonna put your wheel on there for the garnish. You can stir it one more time. It's refreshing, ice cold, great for the summer. Try this one out. It's absolutely delicious.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. We are here at the Outdoor Kitchen, and joining us is Michael Kielbasa. Now, earlier, we were cooking sausage wraps. We learned about the company and how you guys give back and everything you're doing. And especially, it's your 75th anniversary, so we're throwing a big party out here on Texas Eats. That's right. You have to party. It's 75 years.
That's right.
We're going to be sharing a recipe for people to do at home. It's 2 very simple puff pastry recipes, and these are actually close to things that you said your grandmother would make, right?
She grew, yeah, when I was growing up, she'd make these things called sausage rolls. And this is very close to what her sausage rolls were, which were a huge hit in the family.
Now, these are also inspired by a follower on social media, so thank you so much for your contributions to this recipe. We have 2 different sheets out here, so we have 2 different recipes, both very easy and delicious. We're gonna start with mustard on the bottom, And these are puff pastries. Now you can find these in your frozen food sections over there.
There we go.
And then you want to thaw them out. And I'm gonna hand you this over. You're gonna do the other sheet, okay? Here you go.
I love being part of the action.
There you go. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You've been a part of this company from all the different facets of it, right?
I've been making sausage, I've been packing sausage, I can do it all.
What's the first thing you do to get this side ready with the jalapenos?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these in 1/2-inch rounds.
After spreading the mustard on the thawed out puff pastry dough, you want to cut the puff pastry in half and then into sections so that you can roll them up into individual pieces.
And I love that, like, see how the two of us are doing this? You can get the kids involved on this recipe. You can get the whole family involved over here. So everybody has a part in making this delicious snack.
Once you have all your sausage links and jalapenos wrapped up in the puff pastry dough, you want to put them on parchment paper on a cooking sheet. Brush the tops of each piece with egg wash to get a golden brown exterior and generously pour over everything bagel seasoning.
These look beautiful. We're gonna get them golden brown in the grill over here. Let's set them up. There you go.
All right.
We're gonna check on these in about 5 minutes. Turn that down just a little bit. And we got another one to make. This next puff pastry recipe, very simple as well, and a little different, right? And you're using a different sausage link here. This is your traditional.
That's exactly right. And it's a new name, same product. If you've loved our Polish for 50 or 75 years, you're gonna love this because it's the exact same product.
All right, the first thing we do for this recipe, we have the mustard on the bottom.
Right.
We have the puff pastry cut it in half. I'm gonna put some sauerkraut here on the bottom.
Really, I mean, when you think about sausage, classic sausage recipes, sausage and sauerkraut, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Now we come this way and roll
Yes,
that way?
just roll it that way. Yep.
Okay. And then I think that's looking pretty good.
Once the sausages are rolled up in the puff pastry dough, you're gonna wanna cut them into 1/2-inch sections and then put egg wash on top for a golden brown exterior.
Let's put bagel seasoning on one.
Yep.
All right, these are ready to go on the
Okay.
grill. The other ones are getting perfect over there, nice and golden brown. Those are looking great. We're gonna close it up and get ready to snack soon. I am so glad that we get to dive into these pastry treats. We have some cheese sauce on the side. You can get any kind of dipping sauce that you want to add to this. This recipe was so easy. It's on our website, texaseatstv.com. And now these products that are in front of us are not the only products that you have at Kielbasa, though, right?
Right, we sell a whole variety of smoked sausage. We've got jalapenos, we've got mesquite, we've got andouille, you name it. We've got a whole bunch out there. Just go to your local grocery store and find some.
People want to get merch. They can also buy merch somewhere too, right?
That's right. They can come down to our company store on the west side of San Antonio, 1325 South Brazos, and they can buy hats, they can buy shirts, they can buy, I think we got a hoodie.
What a fun episode. 75 years in celebration of that. We made this recipe, we went to the facility, we learned more about your company as well, and now we get to dive in and eat something. Cheers to you.
Cheers, buddy.
Bam. This is where it's at. Kielbasa sausage is delicious. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Texas Eats coming up right after the break. Hungry for more Texas Eats? Be the first to check out our exclusive content by searching Texas Eats on YouTube. Plus, get notifications when we upload new content by subscribing to our channel. We're showcasing the best bites from across the Lone Star State, including burgers, pizza, barbecue, and tacos. Search for Texas Eats, subscribe to our channel, and watch Texas Eats anytime on YouTube. Hungry for more Texas Eats? Be the first to check out our exclusive content by searching Texas Eats on YouTube. Plus, get notifications when we upload new content by subscribing to our channel. Search for Texas Eats, subscribe to our channel, and watch Texas Eats anytime on YouTube. Shiner has sent me on a mission to travel all across the Lone Star State pairing great food with ice-cold Shiner beer. Join me every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning on KSAT 12 for great recipes and delicious restaurants.
Shiner, the official beer of Texas Eats.